Alright, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and let's talk about the second Captain Marvel trailer that they have released. Oh god. Where do we begin? Let's start off by saying that I am a huge comic book fan. I was about 8 years old when I started reading comics, and ever since then, superheroes have been a huge part of my life. I watched the 1989 Tim Burton Batman movie not long after I started reading comics. Fell in love with that. That's such a perfect introduction of superheroes and real life movies, I feel, because it's Tim Burton who makes it seem as if it's really a comic book movie that you're watching. And then after that, I fell in love with the 1990s animated Batman, the Batman animated series. My goodness, Kevin Conroy as Batman and Mark Hamill as the Joker. You could not have picked better voice actors. The X-Men animated series, the Spider-Man 1994 animated series, which is still the best version of Spider-Man that we have seen on screen. Let's move on from that though, because that's not what this video is about. So, and then the Dark Knight trilogy. My God, that is the best. That's, in my opinion, the best trilogy of movies that we have ever had. The Avengers Infinity Wars, another excellent movie. In my opinion, the best Marvel movie that we've seen. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is pretty close too, though. And I was pointing at a poster that you can't see because it's off on the side there. But anyway, I have the Infinity War poster right there. So yeah, DC, I mean, they did such an amazing job. The Nolan brothers did an amazing job with the Dark Knight trilogy. The DC Cinematic Universe is okay. Wonder Woman was excellent. Man of Steel is pretty good. Parts of Batman vs. Superman are good. I haven't seen Suicide Squad, and Justice League was kind of a downer. Anyway, let's move on from that, because we're talking about Marvel, and for the most part, Marvel has done an amazing job with the 20 or so movies that they've made. I'd say Captain America, the first Avenger, is their weakest one, followed by The Incredible Hulk. I thought that those two were by far the worst ones. But anyway, for the most part, I love their movies. And now, with Captain Marvel, I'm going to give a small spoiler regarding the ending of Infinity War for the post-credit scene. So if you haven't seen Infinity War, this isn't going to really spoil anything. It's just the post-credit scene, which doesn't spoil anything, okay? So at the end, in the post-credit scene, Nick Fury messages someone. I think it's by text. I think it's an old-school text. Or it could have been like a pager. It honestly could have been a pager. And at the end of it, you see that it's the Captain Marvel symbol. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's awesome. And they're all freaking out. And I'm like, I hate this. This is one of the worst post-credit scenes because of who Captain Marvel is. Captain Marvel is actually a really cool character in the comic books. She's incredibly powerful. And I like her. I've only seen her in the Avengers. I've only seen her in Avengers where she's helping out. So I've never seen her on a standalone. So I can't give a full, review of her character from that perspective. But she's crazy powerful. And I'm pretty sure that she's the same Captain Marvel that gave the powers to Rogue. I think that, if I remember correctly, it's the same Captain Marvel, or Miss Marvel, I guess, that gave her powers to Rogue and made her be able to fly and her superhuman strength and all that, because she latched on for too long. This is going off my remembering of the 90s X-Men TV show, but I think that happened in the comics too. Don't quote me on that one, though. That one I'm not sure. Anyway, Captain Marvel, cool character. Brie Larson is the problem. And as soon as they casted her, I was like, nope, that's not going to work. I might still get proven wrong. I have not seen the movie yet. But as soon as I heard that casting, I was like, horrible choice. I do not think that she could do this. Emily Blunt would have been a fantastic Captain Marvel. But because it's Brie Larson, and maybe I have a bias against that because now I just keep thinking that's going to be a horrible casting choice. And then the first trailer came out, and I was like, yep, I'm right. And now we've seen the second trailer, and it's even worse. They've given a little bit more in this trailer, but there's still a lot that you've seen in the first one. And when she talks, there's no emotion. She's saying, I'm not going to fight your war. I'm going to end it. And I said it better than she did. And I'm just... How is this possible? Her line delivery, it's a horrible line to begin with. But my God, I can't, and I'm gonna, she sounded like a teenager saying that line. It was horrible. Horrible. Ah. And her facial expressions, there's no facial expressions. There is like kind of one cool scene when she's kind of flying around and blasting things. And I was like, that's kind of cool. All CGI, so it's not even really Brie Larson that's doing that. Ugh. I will say, though, Samuel L. Jackson looking young again. He looks like he's 45, and he's like 70. Marvel, I don't know how you guys do it. They did it with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then now it looks even better with Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson looks pretty good for a guy who's 70. Samuel L. Jackson looks amazing for a guy who's 70. But, my God, that looks incredible. And I am looking forward to this movie for Nick Fury, for a young Nick Fury, a young Samuel L. Jackson again. I almost kind of want, this is really bad, but I kind of want Disney to use this more in other movies, not necessarily just Marvel movies. I want to see like I want like the new Indiana Jones to have a scene of going into the past and seeing young Harrison Ford again. That would be awesome. I would love that. I want them to start using this technology a lot more because it looks so good. In my opinion anyway. Some people might think that it looks kind of like wonky and stuff. I mean, they used it with Princess Leia and it's... Or did they? Or was that just all CGI? Either way, that looked pretty good too. But this looks so much better than that. The Kurt Russell that in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Samuel L. Jackson in Captain Marvel look phenomenal. It really looks like they're not doing anything. Like, it looks natural and real for the most part. You can see a little bit once in a while. And one of the scenes that I thought was actually hilarious, a lot of people don't like this part of it, but when Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, he's like, "Oh, who are you? You're so cute." And he's talking to a cat and he's just freaking out. A lot of people don't like that, and I think that that's hilarious because it makes Nick Fury human. And it makes it just... It's a hilarious little spot that, like, the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. has a soft spot for cats. And he's like, "I'm going to come back and talk to you later." That was hilarious because it was so unexpected. Maybe it takes away a little bit of the seriousness, but, man, considering how wooden Brie Larson was throughout this entire trailer, I was happy to see that. And another thing, too, that I understand that this is the first female lead for Marvel. I mean, Wonder Woman kicked it out of the park. But I don't like it when they kind of push, this is what we're going with, and if you don't like it, you're you're anti-feminism or whatever it is. It's like, we didn't like 2016 Ghostbusters because it was a full female cast. No, it's not because it was a full female cast. It's because Melissa McCarthy, is that her name? Whatever her name is, the really annoying one from that. I can't stand her, so I still have not watched that movie. And it didn't seem like it was going to be funny. I do like, there's one of the girls from SNL, not the really famous one, but she has the glasses. She looks like Egon the most part. Every scene that she had in the trailers, that actually looked really good, and it looks like she would have fit well with the Ghostbusters. So if they would have maybe replaced some of the actresses, they could have still had an all-female cast. I would have been fine with that. Anyway, they went with, it's her movie, and then they turned it into a hero. So her and hero. And I'm like, yeah, I get that this is your first female lead movie, but like, imagine if they would have done that with this movie. I feel that it's kind of wrong that they did this. Imagine if they would have showed the Black Panther. Like, really showing that it's the first black movie. I feel that, yes, it's good that we have this. Yes, it's good that we eventually are going to have a full female lead movie. But you picked the wrong actress. Brie Larson is not that. A first Black Widow movie would have been amazing. A first Scarlet Witch movie would have been amazing. None of the Marvel ladies that we've had in the previous movies, Gamora, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, none of them have said anything in such a boring tone that Brie Larson did. This is Marvel, and I have no faith in them right now for that movie. I might get proven wrong. And I also the her thing and into a hero. I just thought that was like, God, really? Like, what? If it would have been Emily Blunt, I would have been fine with it. I still don't think that they should be pushing it. I just feel, because it would have been weird if they would have done that with Black Panther, right? I feel most people would agree with that. That's weird. Awesome that they did this. Wasn't, in my opinion, the best movie they've ever made. But Chadwick as Black Panther freaking nailed it. Like, more so, I think, more in Civil War than in Black Panther. I thought in Civil War his character was so interesting. But anyway, that's another video. So yeah, I'm just, as you can probably tell, I'm not really looking to Captain Marvel because of Brie Larson. And God, I don't even know if I want to say it. And that's the other thing too, is that it's the first female lead movie, and because that you picked Brie Larson, I'm more looking forward to that movie for a male actor in Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, as a young Nick Fury. And I don't think that that's right. I think that we should be looking forward to this movie. And we shouldn't be looking forward to a movie because it's a male or a female or a black person or you know, it shouldn't matter. It should matter about the characters. Whether they're white, whether they're black, whether they're a man, whether a woman, we shouldn't care. It shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. And it's too bad that we're in a world now that or that we've been in a world and we're trying to fix that. But by trying to fix that and pushing it too much, we're also making people upset with this, I think. And that shouldn't be the case. It should just be, it's Black Panther. Go see it. It's a Marvel movie. Captain Marvel. It's a Marvel movie. Go see it. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl or a black person or whatever. I don't know. I just, honestly, I don't really care about that much as much. It's just the Brie Larson. I just do not want her as Captain Marvel. I don't think that she's going to do a good job. And from what I've seen in the trailer, I'm going to end it. A little teenager. Jeez. All right, you've been bearded in. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this. It's because I really want to look forward to every Marvel movie. I want to look forward to every comic book movie or superhero movie. I really do. But they have a hard time doing it sometimes. So anyway, thank you all for watching. You've been bearded in. Beardage.